Hey guys, we're doing things a little bit differently today. This is a video meant for day 60. I actually recorded day 60 yesterday as I was out walking. It was 42 degrees, and unfortunately, I accidentally deleted every bit of all the footage. So rather than go out again and with the same shoes and stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and do a little informal thing here at the table and talk about the shoes that I walked in yesterday. So yesterday I was out and about in these guys, these Fila high tops. I think I got these things for roughly 20 bucks or something at a discount retailer. It is definitely styled after, you know, late 80s high tops. When I was a kid, I used to wear some Patrick Ewings. They sold them at Walmart. And this kind of reminds me of that styling, the big fat high top. The brand Fila, if you're an older person like me, I think you remember Fila used to be like a really popular brand. I mean, they were like right up there, one of the most popular brands out there. And today they're kind of relegated to just like discount retailers. But they still have, it's an excellent pair of shoes. So one of the comments that I made yesterday is that the uppers feel really, really nice and pliable. And you can kind of see that here. They do not feel stiff at all. It's really nice and kind of supple. It is a synthetic leather, but it still feels really, really great. The traction profile, it's kind of, you know, it's normal considering the vintage, you know, it's normal, but this rubber compound, it's a little softer, you can see. So the shoe actually has some decent instep comfort. I remember as a kid, the old shoes with the Velcro straps, and kind of forgot how annoying it was when the laces get caught within the Velcro as you're lacing them up. Little bit of a pain in the butt to get into. Unfortunately, the shoes do feel heavy, but they're kind of, it's on par with shoes that were made at the time, you know, back in the late 80s. So they're making it true to form. This is, believe it or not, I haven't worn these all that much. And you do see some like fraying here. And it's pretty consistent over here as well. So also there's a pair of New Balance that I recently reviewed, and they kind of suffer the same problems. Anytime you have that kind of stitching, which is really cool, but unfortunately it just snags on something and frays. You can see the same kind of stuff happening here, you know, and I'm wondering if it's happening anywhere else. I don't see it happening anywhere else on the shoe, but definitely there. So there's just some like, you know, workmanship things, but look, for 20 bucks, I can't complain on these. Pretty much with every pair of shoes that I walk out in, I use an insole, and so I figured I'd use this opportunity to show that insole. This is Air Plus here, and you can see it's the plantar fascia sport. It has a rigid plate, you know, and you can see it's a pretty pronounced arch there, and then a gel pad kind of for the heel that also, you can see the contour there, so kind of bubbles up, gives at least, it gives, you know, a decent amount of support there. And then this is also kind of a soft foam. It's a 3/4 length insole, so it doesn't extend all the way to the footbed, I mean to the toe box, but still, well, you know, that actually makes it nice for slipping into pretty much any pair of shoes. Now I have a high arch, so this is actually really great for me. Also, if you're dealing with something like I am with that, just know that if you can't find this brand, there is an Equate brand that's sold at Walmart, and it is exactly the same. It just has, it's like a different color. I believe this plate is gray and this little thing here is gray, but it's the same thing, same exact. And the reviews on these are not very good, you know, like 3.4 stars out of 5, but I think it's because of some people that use use these, they don't have quite the pronounced arch that say I do, and so this plate is pretty rigid, and some people might not find that comfortable. But for me, there have been days, literally, if I did not have this, I would not be able to walk. Getting back to the shoes, there's another example of the fraying that happens with these shoes. With all of that considered, though, a thing that I realize is this shoe is like a modern interpretation of vintage footwear, and therefore they kind of I don't know, it seems like this pair of shoes, from a comfort standpoint, this is way better than a lot of vintage Nike products that are recreated. Like this feels way better than a Jordan 4, way better than a Jordan 2, way better than a Nike Air Force 1, way better than all of the Nike Air shoes that I've ever tried, with the exception of like the Vapor Maxes and stuff like that. So, and there's nothing to it. It's literally a soft rubber outsole, and on the inside, it's a non-removable insole that comes with it. I was walking in some mulch or something, and trying to get a little perspective in there, but I don't guess I can. It's just generic, man. And when I press down on it, there's very little cushion at all. There's a little bit of a give, but not much at all. And even with that basic setup, that is more comfortable than, you know, all of the Nike Air shoes that I've tried. When you buy Nike and you pay all that money, you're really buying the name, you're paying for the name, but from a actual functional standpoint, you know, shoes like this are really just as good, and they look good, and they feel good. Granted, they're not going to get you the stylistic points that a nice set of Jordans will get you, but if you're just looking for that kind of vintage look and want it to feel a little bit more comfortable and not break the bank, man, $20 for a pair of these, fantastic. All right, that's all I have to say. That closes out day 60. Hopefully I'll get out there today. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm going to try to get out there. All right, later.